Hello everybody and welcome back to another video here. Today we're gonna focus on something a little different. We're gonna do some little bit of vintage I guess revisit sort of thing, sort of mini review. Those of you who have watched the channel the longest, you guys remember this from one of my mail unboxings videos. Very old video and completely different setup, and now that I have a different setup, I kind of want to showcase it a little bit more. But this is the COBRA MORAY eel or something like that. I'll put a picture up of the actual name and sort of the packaging that it came in. Because yeah, when I look it up, it's under different names for some reason, but I'll put up a picture with the actual name of it. I got this, for those of you who did not watch that mail opening, I got this vehicle in a sort of raffle. I think each ticket was about $50 on Whatnot, and yeah, I was able to win that raffle for $50, and this thing is mostly complete. And I say mostly, and by mostly I do mean mostly. There's only a few things missing here and there, but we'll get into that later. I guess I just wanted to showcase a little bit of detail and sort of theorize a bit when it comes to classified and haslab, and just sort of compare the size of this behemoth with already existing haslab. I mean, you can see the dragonfly in the back. I guess we can do that right away. So we have a dragonfly, G.I.Joe classified haslab. And if we were to get this vehicle in a classified scale, yeah, this thing needs to be about double the size. It's literally more than half of the dragonfly itself. I don't know how well you can see that. Maybe putting it up here like that. Yeah, this thing is massive, and we're just gonna take a look at all the detail this thing comes with, because if we get this in a classified haslab, it'd be amazing. I mean, not only the size of it, but there is so much detail going on with this thing. We're gonna zoom in a little bit and do a little bit of just moving around, starting with the front here. Different stickers, like I said, I mean, this is pre-owned, it's not like out of the box or anything, so some of the stickers are misplaced and kind of peeling off, which is a bit of unfortunate, but just look at all this different detail for a 3/4 inch scaled vehicle from back in the day. All the bolts and rivets, and then the machine gun on the side. You have a turret seat up there. You have the inside of the driver's seats and the co-pilot. And yeah, I tried to dust this thing off as much as I could, so you'll still see some dust in there, but it is kind of difficult to get in there and wipe everything down. Movable steering wheel. You have rotating chairs, so they can, if I can get it to rotate without breaking it. So you have rotating chairs in there. They both rotate. You can see more detail in there. You have a nice COBRA logo up front. You have a sort of danger logo there for this turret. Tons and tons of detail. Even on the back over here. You have the other gun, which this one is broken on mine. I tried to glue it together and it seems a little bit of the glue stuck to it, as you can see there. Very little bit. But yeah, we're gonna come back down to a lower angle so we can take a another look at this thing. All right, so now that we're down here, hopefully I can manage it a little better. But yeah, there's just a lot of detail with this thing, and then you even have these sort of little like stands on the back here, which you operate by, if I can grab this, by pulling this in and out. So pulling it out, folds them in, and then pushing it in is gonna bring them out, and you can see these just work sort of like stands. Oh, this one kind of the mechanism kind of took it out, and I'm sure I can fix that up, no problem. But I guess might as well try and fix it now. All right, so there we go. I kind of fixed it up a little. Yeah, this, I mean, it's old. I mean, what do you expect? But it's functioning still, working pretty smoothly. So yeah, there's a little stand there. And then we have this piece that, yeah, some of these pieces are broken. There was another sort of piece here that when we turn this, it's supposed to latch onto there. Just gonna move this out of the way. Just put that in there. And then this goes into a hole over here. But I can't see it from this point of view. There we go. And then yeah, there's a little cut in there for it to go in there. Yeah, just tons of detail. And then you have these flaps that open up. You can put some COBRA members in there. You have a sort of little peg and stand in there. And then same thing for this other side, the peg and the stand in there. And then you have various foot pegs on the back over here. You can stand up to maybe 6 of them. And then you have the removable shelf for the sort of engine on the back. And just looking at that, I mean, so much detail, so much more detail going in that way. Just very cool to see all of the sculpting that went into these older vehicles. And like I said, just seeing this in classified would be kind of amazing, I'm not gonna lie. And then we have more stickers and decals going through the side. And you have tons of different functionalities. I mean, you have your rotating turret up here, and it swivels up and down as such. You have a sort of searchlight here that also just rotates and plays. You have another sort of turret on the front over here that also moves side to side. These don't really move at all, so those are stationary. But then you have this little sort of little, I don't know what to call it, little push pin. But you push it down and it opens up this sort of a missile compartment, as you can see there, and this is supposed to sort of launch these out into the water, which is a nice little play feature in there. You can push it all the way down or pull that one up. Again, doesn't matter, you can push it down, up, down. Very cool functionality. Yeah, even the searchlight has a nice cool sort of reflective sort of effect for it. I think it's just like a sticker in there, but very cool little detail there. Moving back out, we do have, like you mentioned, the engine there, but on the back, if we can move over with the camera over here, you have these sort of little shelf thingies, and this is where it's not entirely complete, but you have these sort of also bombs discharges that just you store them in here, and whenever they need to release some explosives behind them, they open and drop into the water, get rid of anything that's behind them. Very cool function as well. You obviously also have your massive sort of torpedoes here with a nice sort of COBRA going across, and these simply just stored on the side as such. Pull it through and then back down. and they're just attached there on the side. And did I show off the stickers here? Nice cool COBRAs. And then we have additional sort of missiles or rockets. One goes here on the side as such. It goes, because you get two different ones, one for each side. So you can place one there. Then we can place the other one on this side as such. Then we are missing the other torpedo. I don't know where it went. I swear I do have it. Found it. I did leave it up on the shelf, but we do need it to put this one on this side over here. And I'm trying and I can't find the opening. There we go. And it's just gonna lock in there like so. Very cool. And then I think these are just additional missiles that from up here that open up. They don't really have any storage, so I think those might have been extra. But then you have these turrets, and unfortunately one is broken. As you can see there, one is broken, so I'm still on the hunt for a new one of these or a replacement. But yeah, they just have a simple sort of peg as such, and these just simply go on the side of the boat. So those foot pegs you had in the inside is to place some Joes in there and make them control and maneuver these guns on the side. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, this thing is just loaded with guns. That's why I think in classified form they'd have a lot of fun just implementing all these weapons and stuff. And that's why I think maybe we won't see this as a classified haslab, because it's so massive. I mean, you can fit up to 6 in there, you know, on the back over here with those foot pegs. You can have 7 with the turret gunner. Yeah, that's 7, 8, 9 with the driver and the passenger there. 10, 11 with these hatches here. You can put 2 more in there. And then you still have space in between here where you can put like, what number were we on? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we can have maybe up to like 15 COBRA members on this thing. So that is a little crazy to think about. And I mean, that's what makes G.I.Joe so cool, especially the vehicles, because you can just load them up. They're loaded with guns and missiles and stuff. So very cool. So some of my favorite vintage figures to put on this is this guy. I forgot his name. Yeah, I just blanked out on his name. I'm sure I'll be able to find him somewhere. But him I tend to put as the driver. Crockmaster, you know, being a water sort of based character. I sometimes put him up here. And then Copperhead also being sort of a water character, you know, as a passenger. I think they just look cool on this thing. And I'll rotate it just so you guys can get a better look at that. So yeah, it just looks very cool. Again, you can just put so many COBRA members on this thing, but these usually are the 3 that are in this vehicle. I think I still need to find the actual driver of this vehicle, and when I do, he's definitely gonna replace this guy, and this guy can just go into one of the hatches down here. But yeah, it's just, again, just a lot of cool stuff going on with this thing. It's big, it's massive. I showed you how it looks next to the haslab Dragonfly. It's just a beast of its own. And if the classified team does decide to tackle this, hopefully they do it justice. But yeah, just insane vehicle. Very fun to have. I'm very glad to have it in my collection. But yeah, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in a future video. And I'm just gonna finish fixing this up here. There we go. Hope you guys enjoyed.